Dear students, good morning dear students, welcome back to physics class. Okay, so last class we had discussed the magnetic field, that is axial magnetic field of the bar magnet as well as the equatorial magnetic field, and then how the circular loop that act as a magnetic dipole and how to find the magnetic dipole moment and the pole strength. Okay, now we are going to discuss the next topic. It is bar magnet as an equivalent of solenoid, which means we know the magnetic field for a bar magnet. Suppose if you have a bar magnet, the field lines externally emerge from north pole to south pole, internally from south pole to north pole. So inside the bar magnet, the field lines are uniform. Same like if you have a solenoid, the magnetic field also same like a bar magnet. So we are going to prove that the magnetic field obtained by the solenoid is similar to that of a bar magnet. Further, first we take a solenoid, a cylindrical long inflating turns. Okay, there is a long cylindrical wire subtor coil of N turns which carries the current I. So I is the strength of the current entering through the solenoid. Okay, and this radius of each turn is denoted by the letter A. So what is the A? A is the radius of the solenoid. A is the radius of solenoid, where I is the current entering through the solenoid, and this solenoid axis, this is the axial line of the solenoid. So about the axis from the center O at a point P, we want to determine the magnetic field. Our aim is to determine the magnetic field at the axial solenoid. Okay. So the OP, the distance OP, which is equal to R. The distance OP is equal to R, and this whenever the current flows through the solenoid, this acts as a magnet. So one side acts as a north pole, another one side acts as a south pole. So the direction can be verified by right hand screw rule. Okay, and this magnetic length which is equal to 2L. So 2L, this electromagnetic length. So from the center on either side it is equal to L and L. Okay, and I is the current flows through it, and the 2L is length of solenoid. Length of solenoid, and A is area of cross section, and then a perpendicular line drawn to this is called equatorial line. Okay, so now we take a small portion. Let us take the small portion dx. ds is thickness of small portion. This small portion thickness is dx. So let dx is thickness of small current element of n turns. Idhula evlo turns irukku namakku theriyadu. That is n turns. Okay, and then I is the current entering through the solenoid. So I is the current through the solenoid. I is the current entering through the solenoid. I mentioned the direction of the current inside the solenoid, and this small turns which is located at a distance x from the center. So this small element that is located at a distance x from the center. Okay, so after that already we know the magnetic field of a circular loop. So we know that magnetic field of the circular coil. We know that magnetic field of a circular coil from 4th lessons we have studied. So what is the magnetic field? Magnetic field of a circular coil, which is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into 2 NiA square divided by 2 pi NiA square divided by A square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. So this is a magnetic field for a single turns of a coil. If you use n is equal to 1, we will get a magnetic field for a single turn. So for every turns the magnetic field add up, and the net magnetic field we need to find. So this concept we are going to apply for the small turns. So therefore the magnitude, we are not going to find the directions. So the magnitude of magnetic field, due to the small current element, what is the small element of thickness? Dx. What is the magnitude of magnetic field? That is dB, which is equal to, it is same like mu naught. So 2 pi and 4 pi cancel, you will get 2. So mu naught Ni A square divided by 2 into A square, that is A square plus then x. This x is located, and I forgot to mention, OP is equal to R. So OP is equal to R. And the condition is, listen the conditions, this R is very greater than the radius and this distance is very greater than the length. So from the either side, what is the length? Here it is L and this side also it is L. Okay. So this is the conditions we are going to use in this solenoid case. So the distance, this x is R minus x or yes. So this x we can take as R minus x the whole square whole power 3 by 2 into dx due to the small thickness. Okay. So upon the small element produce a magnetic field from the previous relations we are obtained. So the conditions we use, what is the conditions? This P is very large distance from the center. If P is very large from center, this distance very large from the center, that is from the center O, that is this distance R is very greater than the radius of the solenoid, and also this distance is very greater than the length. So the denominator value, from the denominators, so we can rearrange the denominators. So the a square vanished and also x square value also vanished. Then this equation 1 becomes, dB, which is equal to mu naught Ni A square by 2 into R square whole power 3 by 2. What is the value of R square whole power 3 by 2? 2 to cancel, which is equal to R cube, into dx. So this is equation 2. Okay. So now we obtain the magnetic field of the single turn, and this range variation, this distance, so the range variation from plus L to minus L to plus L. Also the range variation is from minus L to plus L. Then total magnetic field of the solenoid. What will be the total magnetic field of the solenoid? About an axis at a point P. Then the total magnetic field of a solenoid at P, which is equal to integration where to where? Minus L to plus L into dB. Then substitute this value. Integrations minus L to plus L. What is the small magnetic field due to the small element? That is mu naught Ni A square by 2 into R cube into dx. Okay. So now we are going to integrate that. So constants value you take it outside. So B is equal to, what are the constants? Mu naught Ni A square by 2 into R cube is constant. Then integrations minus L to plus L into dx. So for dx integrate panna, you will get x, then x into minus L plus L. So upper limit minus lower limit. Appo x ku first upper limit substitute pannuvom, then minus of lower limit minus L. So plus L minus of minus L, that becomes L plus L, become 2L. Then it becomes 2L. Okay. So the next step, okay, so after this we obtain, then in the next step, listen. So this is equation number 3. This equation 3 is multiplied by the factor 2 pi by 2 pi. So B is equal to mu naught NIA square divided by 2 into R cube into 2L into 2 pi by 2 pi. The equation does not change. So when the equation order in the factor multiply panna value maradu, then we can split and write it as mu naught in the 2 முன்னாடி கொண்டு வந்துருவோம் mu naught 2 into n into 2L, so n into 2L, and then in the 2 முன்னாடி போச்சு, so pi into a square, so I into pi into a square divided by 2 into 2 4, so pi and pi cancel afterwards, so 4 pi a cube r cube, so 2 into 2 2 into 2 4 pi r cube. So here this is equal to mu naught 2 into n into 2L into I into pi a square. What is this? This is nothing but magnetic moment of the solenoid. So here this terms that indicates the magnetic moment of the solenoid, that is capital M. So the product of the total number of turns in their length and the strength of the current and the area of the circular loop. So all this product is equal to magnetic moment of the solenoid. So magnetic moment of the solenoid is a product of number of turns in their length of the solenoid with the current entering through the area of cross sections. So this bracketed terms become the magnetic moment, okay, divided by 4 pi r cube, or 2 and this 4 cancel. So mu naught, this is correct only. So mu naught 2m by 4 pi r cube, or we can separately write mu naught by 4 pi into 2m by r cube. So this is the magnetic field produced by the solenoid. So the solenoid magnetic field is same like a bar magnet. So from the bar magnet, the field lines emerge externally from north and merge to the south, internally from south to north. So however, inside the solenoid, the magnetic field is uniform. It is a parallel line that is emerging from south to north. So solenoid kulla magnetic field uniform ah da irukum. So ஒரு bar magnet oda solenoid that is axial field and the solenoid magnetic field நம்ம இப்ப obtain பண்ணது ரெண்டுமே ஒண்ணா. Okay, listen once again. We have a long cylindrical solenoid. From the cylindrical solenoid, this is the direction of the current in this loop, which have a n number of turns. So we cannot determine the magnetic field directly. First we'll take a small element, so small segment, and the small segment thickness is dx. So in the small segment, how many number of turns are there? We don't know. So the number of turns in the small turn is n dx. So n dx is the thickness of the small portion of the solenoid, and a is the area of this radius of the solenoid. Okay, don't get confused. Small a indicates the radius of the circular loop in solenoid. Capital A indicates area. So to avoid confusions, small a indicates the radius and capital A indicates the area of the solenoid. Okay, so this is radius of the solenoid. Then due to the small element, what is the magnetic field we want to find? In the magnetic field எப்படி determine பண்ண போறோம்னா, already 4th lessonல axial field of a circular loop we have found, no? So magnetic field due to the circular coil for its axis, so that is mu naught by 4 pi into 2 pi NIA square by a square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. அதே ரிலேஷனை இந்த ஒரு சிங்கிள் டேர்ம்க்கு யூஸ் பண்ணி we obtain the magnetic field. Okay, and then the two conditions, this point P which is far away from the center, that is the distance r is very greater than the radius of the solenoid, and also this distance is very greater than the length of the solenoid from its center. Okay, then the denominator value we can modify it into r cube. Okay, so this is the magnetic field, small magnetic field produced by the small turns, but we want to obtain the total magnetic field, and this distance variation is from minus L to plus L, minus L to plus L. Therefore we need to integrate for the entire solenoid. So the total magnetic field of the entire solenoid is from the integration minus L to plus L into dB. Okay, so integrating this equation 2, you will get this answer. Here what are the constant value? Mu naught NIA square by 2 r cube is constant, remaining dx integrate panna x கிடைக்கும். and the x க்கு upper limit minus lower limit. So plus L minus of minus L. So plus L plus L become 2L. So 2L. Then further what are you going to do? In the equation 3, you are going to multiply the factor 2 pi into 2 pi, 2 pi by 2 pi. Then we can separately arrange the terms. 2 முன்னாடி கொண்டு வந்துருங்க. N into 2L ஒரு setup. Okay, N into 2L ஒரு setup. Then I current separate setup. Then third setup is pi a square. Okay, so pi a square divided by 2 into 2, 4 pi r cube. Okay, but in this bracketed terms, N to L I pi a square, that resembles the magnetic moment of the solenoid. Okay, so magnetic moment, that is capital M, magnetic moment of the solenoid is the product of the number of turns in their length and their current flowing through the solenoid, and also the area of cross section. So we obtain the magnetic field of the solenoid, and this magnetic field is same like axial field of the bar magnet. So we can prove that bar magnet or magnetic field or solenoid magnetic field are equivalent or similar. Okay, next we are going to discuss about the torque on a bar magnet in a magnetic field. The second topic is torque on a bar magnet in a magnetic field. இதுவே நம்ம second lesson ல படிச்சிருப்போம். Torque of a dipole in a electric field. அதே மாதிரி தான். So what you have studied in the second lesson, the same method you are going to obtain. So how to find the torque of a bar magnet in an external magnetic field? Next topic is torque on a bar magnet in a magnetic field. So we have a bar magnet, a permanent magnet, and this permanent magnetic poles are N and S. So N and S is the N, this is north pole of the bar magnet, this is the south pole of the bar magnet. Okay, this is the north pole of the bar magnet and this is the south pole of the bar magnet. So field lines always emerge from north pole to south pole. So this is a uniform magnetic field. So this is the direction of uniform magnetic field. So that is denoted by the letter B vector. B vector is the uniform magnetic field. So between this uniform magnetic field of a permanent magnet, a small bar magnet is placed. The bar magnet is not placed parallel or along the direction of magnetic field. The bar magnetic poles are placed making some angle. So this is north pole of the bar magnet and this is the south pole of the bar magnet, and this magnetic length is 2L. This already we had discussed. Magnetic pole is 2L. Okay. So by placing this bar magnet making an angle theta, and this bar magnet that makes an angle theta, okay, this bar magnet that makes an angle theta, then each pole that experience a force. So the north pole experience a force. So what is the force experienced by north pole? So force on north pole of the bar magnet is, what is the pole strength? The pole strength is M and M. So this pole strength is MB. So MB small m is the pole strength, B is the strength of the magnetic field. At the same time, the south pole also experience equal and opposite force. So force on south pole of the bar magnet in an external magnetic field is MB, but the direction is opposite. So M and B. Okay. Now theta is an angle of the magnet to the magnetic field. What is an angle theta? Angle theta represents angle between bar magnet to an external magnetic field. To an external magnetic field. What is external magnetic field? It is B. Okay. Now you are going to draw perpendicular from N to the magnetic field. You are going to draw a perpendicular from N to the magnetic field, that means at a point A. So this is the right angle. So what are you doing? So draw perpendicular from north pole to the magnetic field at A. Here NA is perpendicular to magnetic field, that is NA is perpendicular to magnetic field and SA is parallel to magnetic field. Therefore we can obtain sin theta. What is the sin theta? Then sin theta is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. So what is the opposite? Opposite is NA, hypotenuse is NS. So NA by NS, or NA is equal to NS sin theta, that is NA is equal to, what is the NS? NS is the magnetic pole. So the magnetic length 2L sin theta. Now by placing the magnet with an angle theta in an external magnetic field, this bar magnet that experience a torque. Torque varadhukku enna karanam? Equal and opposite forces. Okay. So here placing a magnet in B with the angle theta, what happens? That experience equal and opposite force. That experiences an equal, opposite forces. Hence it produces torque. Hence it produces a torque. So the torque is equal to, so this torque tau, which is the, what is it? Moment of couple. So this torque is nothing but the moment of couple, and that moment of couple is the product of force into perpendicular distance. Okay, this already we are studying in the lower classes. What is the force experienced? Already it's an equal force, that is MB into, what is the perpendicular distance? The perpendicular distance is NA. NA is a perpendicular distance. So NA is nothing but 2L sin theta. Therefore the torque tau, which is equal to M into 2L into B sin theta. Already we have studied the product of pole strength and the magnetic length, which is equal to magnetic dipole momenta. So we can write it as tau is equal to MB sin theta. Tau is equal to MB sin theta. Tau is equal to MB sin theta. So this is the torque experienced by the magnet when it is placed in an external magnetic field. So the torque tau experienced by the bar magnet when it is placed in an external magnetic field is MB sin theta. We obtain the torque. But the vector form, we can mention this vector form of this torque. So what is the vector form? The vector form of the torque is Torque is a vector quantity. So if we have a sin theta, then both the quantities should be a vector that must be in a cross. Okay. So M vector cross B vector. That is the sin theta. If you have a cos theta, then M and B should be dot product. Okay. For a dot product, we have a cos theta, and sin theta for a cross product. So this is a vector sum of the torque of a bar magnet when it is placed in a magnetic field. Okay. And now we are going to calculate the torque if the magnetic field at the place is 1 Tesla and the angle is 90 degree. Suppose if applied magnetic field at this region is 1 Tesla and the theta should be 90 degree, then what will be the torque? Then the torque tau is, we know mv sin theta. What is the magnetic moment? The magnetic moment is same, and the magnetic field at the region is 1 Tesla and angle is sin 90 degree. What is the value of sin 90 degree? It is 1. Therefore, tau is equal to m, which means question under which conditions the torque of a bar magnet in the magnetic field that becomes equal to a magnetic dipole moment. புரியுதுங்களா? எந்த ஒரு கண்டிஷன்ல ஒரு bar magnet ஓட torque in an external magnetic field that is equal to the magnetic dipole moment. If you have a magnetic field in the region is 1 Tesla and the bar magnet is placed, what is an angle? Perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. Then the torque of the bar magnet in an external field which is equal to magnetic dipole moment. Okay. The next topic is potential energy of magnetic dipole moment. Next we are going to discuss, next topic is potential energy of a magnetic dipole in a magnetic field. Okay, already we know that is a dipole is placed in an external magnetic field. What is the torque experienced? We know it is nothing but energy possessed by the dipole. It is nothing but energy possessed by the dipole. So where the dipole due to the particular position in the field. So it is energy possessed by the dipole due to particular position in dipole. Yes, particular position in the magnetic field. Okay. Already we know if a magnetic dipole moment is placed in an external magnetic field by making an angle theta, then what is the torque experienced? So in the previous topic we had discussed, if m of a dipole is placed, where it is placed? It is placed in a magnetic field. What is the magnetic field? B at theta, then the torque, what is the torque? The torque tau, which is equal to mb sin theta. This is capital M, mb sin theta. Here this torque is tend to align the dipole in the direction of the field. This torque that tends to align the dipole in the direction of the in the direction of the field. அதாவது மீனிங் என்னன்னா முன்ன பார்த்தா அதே கான்செப்ட் தான். இது எக்ஸ்டர்னல் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட், அதுல நம்ம எதை வச்சிருக்கோம், ஒரு டைபோல் வச்சிருக்கோம். So this dipole experience equal and opposite directions. So there is a turning effect. So to equal and opposite forces that produce a couple. So இங்கேயும் couple தான் வரும். So that couple is due to the torque. So we have the torque. So the work has to be done in rotating this dipole in a magnetic field. This is external magnetic field. So this is north and this is south. So in the external magnetic field, What we are placing? We are placing a dipole. Then that experience the equal and opposite force. So it experiences torque. So work has to be done in rotating the dipole. Work has to be done in rotating the dipole. In rotating the dipole, what happens? That against the action of the dipole torque, against the action of the dipole torque, against the action of dipole torque. In a later case, this work done only stored as a potential energy of the dipole, and this work done is stored as a potential energy of dipole in a magnetic field. Okay, so we want to find the small work done due to the small angle. So therefore, small work done in rotating small angle d theta then what will be the torque? That is the small work done in rotating the small angle d theta, then the work done is equal to tau into d theta. Already we know the value of tau. What is the torque? Torque is mv sin theta into d theta. Therefore, total work done only stored as a potential energy. So the total work done in rotating this dipole, is stored as a potential energy. So the total work done is stored as a potential energy, which is equal to integration from where to where. We need to integrate these equations from one angle theta 1 to theta 2 into dw, which is equal to integration theta 1 to theta 2 mb sin theta into d theta. So the magnetic dipole moment and the strength of the field in the region is constant. So constant cannot be integrated. So take the constant outside. So work done as stored as a potential energy, which is equal to mb into integration theta 1 to theta 2 sin theta into d theta. If you integrate sin theta, you will get minus cos theta. Then the potential energy is equal to mb into minus cos theta with the limit theta 1 to theta 2. The next step for the potential energy, listen, we want to find the potential energy of the dipole in a magnetic field only, no? So the potential energy, which is equal to the minus, you bring it outside, so minus mb into cos theta with the limit theta 1 to theta 2. Therefore, the potential energy, total work done stored as a potential energy, which is equal to minus mb, substituting the limit, that is cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. We are going to consider the case if theta 1 is 90 degree. So initially the dipole is placed perpendicular, that is 90 degree, and later it becomes some angle, making some angle with the magnetic field. So initially in the external magnetic field, the dipole is placed 90 degree, and later while it's rotating due to the torque, the angle becomes theta. Then theta 1 is equal to 90 degree at initial, and theta 2 is equal to theta. Then this potential energy, which is equal to minus mb into cos theta minus cos 90 degree. Cos 90 degree is equal to sin 0. So the value is 0, and remaining the potential energy, which is equal to minus mb cos theta. So now we obtain the potential energy of a dipole in a magnetic dipole in a magnetic field, not electric dipole. Okay. Are you clear? So this is the potential energy of the magnetic dipole in a magnetic field. Here we have a cos theta, so the vector form of this two resultant will be a scalar. So this potential energy is a scalar quantity. How it is a scalar quantity? This potential energy of the magnetic field in an external magnet, which is a scalar quantity, then the vector form. What is its vector form? So vector form of potential energy of a magnet in magnetic field is denoted by U, which is equal to minus m vector dot b vector. Why we use the dot vector? Because it is cos theta. So the two vectors are in dot product. So the resultant will be in the scalar quantity. Are you clear? Okay. So this is a vector form of the potential energy. Now we are going to see the special case. So case 1. The first case, if theta is 90 degree, then the potential energy, what is the potential energy? U is equal to minus mb cos 90 degree. Cos 90 degree is equal to sin 0, so it is 0. Then potential energy becomes 0, which means the magnet which is placed perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field, then that does not experience any force. Okay, then the potential energy is 0. Suppose if theta is equal to 0 degree, then the potential energy is minus mb into cos 0 degree. Cos 0 degree is minus, yes, cos 0 degree is sin 90, so which is a 1. So minus mb into 1, which is equal to minus mb. So here it is negative, which means minimum. So potential energy is minimum, under which case, if the position of the magnet is along the direction of the magnetic field, which means 0. So along the direction of the magnetic field, the magnet is placed, then the potential energy is a minimum. Then which conditions the potential energy is maximum? If theta is equal to 180 degree, then the potential energy U is equal to minus mb into cos 180 degree. So the potential energy U is equal to minus mb into cos 180 is the second quadrant of, so only the sign is plus, remaining are minus, so it is minus 1. So minus of minus, that becomes plus mb, which means maximum potential energy. So the potential energy is maximum if the direction of the magnet is just opposite to the direction of the magnetic field. So this is just opposite to the direction of magnetic field, and here it is perpendicular. Okay, so these are the three special cases related to the potential energy. Potential energy is ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல, ஒரு எக்ஸ்டர்னல் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட் இருக்கு, அந்த எக்ஸ்டர்னல் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட்ல ஒரு பார் மேக்னெட்டை வச்சிருக்கோம். அப்ப பார் மேக்னெட்டை வச்சிருக்கப்போ பார் மேக்னெட்டோட ஒவ்வொரு போலுமே எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் ஈக்குவல் அண்ட் ஆப்போசிட் ஃபோர்ஸ். So the resultant, it begins to rotate in a clockwise direction. Okay, so here the magnetic force that magnetic field which makes the bar magnet to rotate. So there is a force experience. So the force into perpendicular distance, that is equal to magnetic moment of couple. So moment of couple is nothing but a torque. So there is a torque experienced by the bar magnet when it is placed in external magnetic field. The torque already we know, that is tau is equal to mb sin theta. But we want to find the potential energy. What is the potential energy? The work done that's stored as the potential energy. So the potential energy only we obtain using the relations. And then initially the bar magnet is placed perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field, and after it makes some other angles. So initially it is 90 degree and theta is equal to theta, then this relation become like this. So minus cos theta is sin 0, so it's cancelled. Then finally we have the potential energy, the work done stored in a magnet, that is a potential energy of the magnetic dipole, which is equal to minus mb cos theta. Here the m is a magnetic dipole moment and b is the strength of the magnetic field in the region, and we have a cos theta, so both should be a dot product. Then the resultant will be the scalar quantity. So potential energy is a scalar quantity, okay, because we have a cos theta. But torque is a vector quantity. Don't get confused. Torque is a vector quantity. Same like in electrostatic concept, we have discussed the potential energy. Can you remember? That is PE sin theta. Okay. So in electrostatic lessons, the potential energy is minus PE sin theta. There P is magnetic electric dipole moment. Instead of P, here we used magnetic dipole moment M. So it's a MB. So we are going to compare the electrostatic case and the magnetostatic case. Okay. So their electric dipole moment is what is the electric dipole moment? P is equal to Q into 2A. Here magnetic dipole moment is equal to M into 2L. Okay. Similarly, the potential energy also varies. But however, the concept is same like. Okay.